It's the two strange.
Hello, new listeners.
New listeners.
New listeners. I'm assuming there's new listeners. Now, I'm just speaking to you directly because you need to be aware that you've stumbled onto an absolute gem of a podcast. No, wait. No, might be a bit cringe. Don't turn over, okay? It does get better. Tom, say something,
I
quick.
know I'm supposed to, cut you off there, which I usually do, but I'm just so goddamn tired.
I am so tired as well. It's so difficult to do this, for fuck's sake.
So I just kind of wanted to see how long that would last.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
I did.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
So I promise that won't happen again, guys.
Okay, yeah, we're back. Like the what's the word? The fuck me, I can't
the
even speak.
Podcast's,
I can't speak.
Equipment is tired.
Look, if you're a new listener, just go. All right.
Yeah. Last week was good.
I tried.
Check last week. Last week was a banger.
Oh, I'm so burnt out. But not with the podcast. The podcast is still something
just
that's
life.
good.
Life's
Yeah.
a lot. We've mentioned this, haven't we, since the start of... You can track sort of like where we are in life with where the academic terms are.
Yeah.
And for anyone that's not aware of the... Like, if you're an American listener, y'all, or whatever you say.
Yeah.
Hello. The kind of September, October academic term is rough.
Yeah.
In the UK education system.
Yeah.
And we're feeling it.
But this is not an education podcast for those people who are just turning in. We are a podcast about strange things.
Yeah, with two strange men.
They've just listened to that. They don't need to listen to that again.
But a cappella, that's what the people come for.
It's the two
strange
men.
Anyway, okay, so today I figured we would do two things. Yeah? Two things.
We're very successful getting through all of our research. We've been so good at it recently.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do two things. We're going to, first of all, give you a bit of a spooky episode because we're coming up to Halloween. And who knows, we might give you another one as well.
Yeah, I'm ready to delve all into All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, might as well. Let's do it next week. But also, we're just capping off on our sort of like several weeks worth
Sleep
of talk
7
about
hours.
sleeping.
Yeah.
I guess the hope was that we would perhaps become less sleepy by talking about sleep, but no.
But really, all I do now is think about all the information that we've discussed on the podcast, and then I'm just like, oh, I have a dream, and now I'm just like dream journaling, trying to analyse.
Oh,
now
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Like dream journals. Cool. Bring your dream journal in one day.
I don't think the world is ready for that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
A lot of like no, don't say
Erotic
that.
dreams.
I was going to go to a place that we just don't need to go to.
Erotic dreams about roast dinner.
It was way worse than that. Look, use your imagination, folks. You've heard me on this podcast. You know where we go. You could probably map it out.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Okay, so new listeners and old listeners of the five of you. Today we're going to be looking specifically at sleep paralysis. And we have talked briefly about sleep demons and other such things like that. Tom being a victim of it as well.
Oh, that's a bit strong. Victim.
All right.
I get to
Co-lover.
I get to call it what it is. Thank you very much.
All right, what is it then? How would you
It's a
describe
phenomenon that happens to me every now and again.
Phenomenon. Anyway, so sleep paralysis. What the fuck is sleep paralysis? Here.
What the fuck is
What?
sleep paralysis?
This just in. Bum. What the fuck is sleep paralysis? Okay, sleep paralysis is a phenomenon, as you say. It's a neurological and physiological phenomenon that occurs during the transition between sleep and wakefulness. Yeah? Entering or exiting REM sleep. Okay? And during this time, this REM, the body naturally enters a state of muscle atonia. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is paralysis. It's a fancy word for paralysis, although paralysis...
Well, that's what atonia means, just like...
Yeah, paralysis, pretty much. But
state of non-moving.
I mean, like, we had the word paralysis. Why did we need a word to just replace paralysis?
But that happens all the time, doesn't it? Like, there's at least 3 words every podcast that comes up, and I'm just like, why say it like that?
Undoubtedly, there is a word that you would use for even fancier circles to replace atonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm actually. I don't think I'm tired. I think I'm doolally.
I'm doolally tired as well. I said as well twice.
Yeah.
3 times now.
Yeah, as well. I also as well.
As well.
Sometimes suffer from atonia.
This will be the podcast now. How many times can we say as well?
Hopefully, not many.
Not many.
Yeah.
Well, I believe this as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the body enters a state of paralysis to prevent us from acting out our dreams.
Okay.
So like a dog, you know, when it's sleeping on its side, it's moving its legs. Ooh, ooh. Oh, he's chasing a ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how we don't punch our significant others in our sleeps and stuff like that when we're being chased by Frankenstein monsters.
Limited paralysis.
Yeah, because you're paralysed.
That's interesting though, isn't it? We spoke about sleepwalking and this idea of what state we're in. Does that mean the atonia hasn't set in? The paralysis hasn't set in?
Well, I mean, it's a completely different thing, isn't it? Sleepwalking, obviously, to the sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were talking about that with regards to lucid dreaming, weren't we?
But in terms of what process hasn't happened for sleepwalking to what state of sleep has been skipped for sleepwalking to happen, I guess is what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I guess so. I can't imagine sleepwalking to be REM sleep. You know, that it almost feels like they're on the cusp. It's something perhaps that we could do some research on. Just Google it now. Research that.
Research
young
it
listeners.
for us and send it to us on Twitter.
Absolutely. Give us some...
Sorry, X.
Yes. Give us some... what's the word? Fuck, my words, they're gone.
Into the ether. Give us
some communication. Just let us know that you exist and you're not just some sort of strange AI podcast downloading bot.
Is that your fear? Is that you go home and just go, they're all robots?
I've just been podcasting to robots this entire time. Yeah.
We'll all be podcasting to robots eventually.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so obviously the idea that makes sleep paralysis frightening is the fact that you are going through hallucinations whilst you are kind of lucidly, consciously paralyzed, essentially. Yeah. So, you're aware of the whole thing. Okay. It also makes it a fertile ground for myth. And today we're going to be just looking at how this idea of sleep paralysis has impacted culture to a certain extent. Yeah. The mix of conscious awareness and the inability to act combined with hallucinations, often in semi-darkness as well. Essentially, the brain is going to be in a liminal state, uncertain whether it's dreaming or awake. Yeah. Fertile breeding ground for all sorts of imagination. Clinging to that imagination and saying, basically, this is how the world works, kids. Gather round. I'm a prehistoric man, and this is what we're going to believe for centuries. Yeah. So essentially, this ambiguity in this liminal state, it feeds into those cultural beliefs. Yeah. When people feel something pressing on them and they see figures or feel invaded, they often interpret the experience, using spiritual or folk categories and stuff like that. Yeah. But from a scientific approach, from a psychological, neurological perspective, many people will experience sleep paralysis at least once, and we've mentioned that previously, but there are risk factors including sleep deprivation, irregular sleep schedules, stress, trauma, cultural expectations and beliefs and things like that. If you have some sort of demon attached to you that's bothering you at night, what does that mean about the rest of your life? It's not necessarily just something that the body is doing. It's more than that, isn't it? Yeah. So obviously this is something that's been quite stressful. It's obviously stressful for people now, but in the medieval ages, they in some circles you could be stoned. Let's face it. So yeah, a couple of other interesting points before we move on is the idea of REM atonia. Yeah, it's a normal protective mechanism, that paralysis. Yeah, it's only when it happens in consciousness that it becomes a problem. Hallucinations often include a sense of presence, a shadowy figure perhaps, seeing a silhouette at the foot of the bed, hearing whispers, feeling touched, or a weight on a chest. Now, apart from the points in time when I've illegally entered your room, Tom, that's pretty much what you've pictured,
Illegally
isn't it?
entered. I love the preface of that. Illegally entered your room.
Do I have a legal right to enter your room?
At what, like at night?
Yeah, I've been very careful, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mind you don't trip over the keyboard.
Have you laid? Is it like one of those unravelly?
It's like Mousetrap, yeah.
Is it like one of those keyboards in Tom Hanks' Big, sort of thing?
No, like a big chunky keyboard that you'd have at school.
Oh, okay. You just leave one out.
Well, you'd know that, right? When you're in my room.
Well, it's pretty dark, and I tippy toe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, it's in the gangway, so.
Okay. All right.
Just be
Maybe
careful.
move the keyboard. Yeah.
It's for the night hag.
Okay.
Yeah. Just decks it.
do.
Told
Oh,
you,
she's back again.
It's Night Trap. Like she's just going and an axe falls and smacks her in the face.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sleep distribution, sleep disorders like narcolepsy or sudden awakenings increase the likelihood. Yeah. I've not had one yet, although I am continuously waking up suddenly, needing a right proper piss.
I think that's different.
Yeah.
I think.
There is a word for it.
But when you need a wee after.
Yeah, there is an actual word for it. It's kind of like narcolepsy or something like that, but it's got like urine in the term. I can't remember what it's called.
Do you ever have a dream where you're weeing in the dream and then you wake up and you really need a wee?
I fucking hope not, mate, because if I've weed in my dream, it's more likely that I've weed in my bed. Yeah? I'm not at the stage yet where I've pissed the bed.
No, it doesn't. Like, your body's telling you should get up and have a wee. Like.
Maybe your body's doing that.
You'd
My
piss the
body
bed.
would piss the bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, guaranteed, mate.
That'd be-
Guaranteed.
That'd be awkward.
Are you not in this phase now where you have to get up to take a piss?
Like I wake up and I need toilet sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After we're finished, like, I'll cut this bit out, obviously, but, like, just a personal note. After we're finished, can you check my prostate? Is that all right?
Oh, for God's sake.
Sorry, is it another chore to do?
I genuinely thought we're going to get real now. He's going to go, Dr. Phil in this house.
This is real.
No,
I'll
it's
cut this
not.
out. I'll cut this out. They
No.
won't hear this.
Stop it. I'm not confirming or denying.
I've read up on this, okay? Doctors suggest...
So, I'd like to talk about
Doctors
the
suggest
night
a little
hag.
finger or tongue. Best accuracy is
Yeah.
tongue.
Right. Interesting.
I'd want you to clip your nails.
You're such an arsehole. So, obviously we spoke about my own experiences.
In testing my prostate.
Dreaming.
Yes, okay.
And I'm going to share something personal with you.
Oh,
now,
another
'cause
one, yeah.
Because another one. Yeah,
You're
no,
always
I'm-
with these fucking stories.
I'm
Just check
I'm
my
a treasure
prostate.
trove. This isn't. Do a prostate episode for God's sake. Like, let's just leave that elsewhere, okay?
Did I even mention why I wanted you to test it? Like, if I'm weeing at night, it might be that I've got an inflamed prostate. Or
Seriously?
worse.
Is that actually like a thing?
Yeah.
Because I wee at night.
You said you didn't.
No, but like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about like, you go to sleep and then like an hour later you're up weeing?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do that.
Yeah.
But like, got up at like 3-4 in the morning.
Fine, I'll go to the doctor, all right?
Yeah.
Getting up at 3-4 in the morning, that's what I mean.
Also, right, even if I was to entertain your stupid idea of checking your prostate, what am I even checking?
See if it's like big.
How would I know?
Test.
I don't fiddle around people's prostates. No matter what you've heard, I don't fiddle around with people's prostates.
So get one of our other colleagues, check their prostate,
right.
and then check mine.
It just feels like a medical professional would be much more appropriate for that. So we spoke about a couple of episodes back my experience with the night hag,
Yeah.
or a night hag like vision. And before we kind of delve into that and look at the cultural aspects, I want to share something.
Yeah.
Because it was really distressing at the time, and I think it's something that happens to a lot of men. No, stop it. And we don't talk about it. And
Did she try and check your prostate?
Just every night. No. So when I first had my son,
Yeah.
my sleep obviously was like all over the place, and I mean like way worse than it is now. And
Yeah.
you know, but the listeners won't.
Understandable.
Yeah, you know, but the listeners won't. That the birth of my son was not easy. There was loads of complications.
You struggled
there.
with it, did you?
Yeah, I really struggled to push him out. I don't know. There's just a lot of like medical complications there. He was very small. He wasn't feeding at the time, so it was very fraught. And if I did go to bed, right, my what my brain would do is I would stand up, I would get a blanket or something. I would wrap it in my arms. I would then fall back to sleep, and I would convince myself, and I would see this as I woke up, that I'd crushed my baby.
Oh, really?
And this happened for weeks. Just to clarify, my kid was never in the bed with us. He was in the next two.
You shouldn't do that.
So I don't even know why that would even happen.
Yeah.
But my brain would I would wake up, I would see like his lifeless body, and then about 10 seconds, 20 seconds after, when I'm actually awake, I would realise that I'd brought a blanket to bed.
Oh no, I've crushed my blanket.
Yeah, but for the first kind of 10 to 20 seconds, this idea that I've done that I've never felt fear like it.
Yeah, but like subconsciously, you're probably thinking that, like, you know, when you're like holding your child and stuff like that, like, you know, it's also, you know, that whole idea of like dreams, you know, bringing out those fears and stuff like that. Like, I think that's fair.
I had that for weeks, right?
Yeah,
and I didn't know anything about it, and I was like, you know, what is going on? Am I having a mental breakdown? Apparently, it's pretty common.
Yeah.
Particularly, you know, first time parents, first time fathers and stuff. And you know, I've made people aware on the podcast that I do have a disability.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I have cerebral palsy, so I'm like Bambi on ice sometimes.
Yeah.
So this idea of like when I've had the night hag kind of feeling like pressing down, I've also had the reverse where I in the dream have been the crushing object, which I think is interesting, right? Yeah,
it's interesting, kind of like on a side note there, talking about parenting now. It's interesting how like men particularly have like a certain way that we all sort of like naturally do, I guess. Like, so say for example, just that whole idea of like, have you ever thrown your baby?
What, out of my hands?
Yeah, I not mean like, you know,
like a little gentle like wee.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
How far?
Yeah.
How far you thrown it?
Like a little. I mean, remember that I'm disabled, so I've probably got to be a bit more careful than you.
Yeah, fair enough.
So just gently out of my hands. And,
yeah.
And to be fair, I when he was littler, I'd like I'd sort of scoop him and I'd kind of like you know. I was say put him between my legs, but kind of like, you know, wee, and then like he sort of scoot him up, and then kind of like rocket ships, right? Just
fair
like,
enough. No, I would just throw them straight up into the air. They'd love it, you know.
Yeah.
And I can't remember at what point, you know, but like if I had dropped that kid, if I had fumbled that catch, like they're gonna.
Yeah.
And like the thing is like,
well, how young were they? Newborn.
Well, no, but like, do you know what I mean? Like several months in, but still.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like either way, it's like, don't drop your baby. Don't drop your baby, like after like throwing it above your head.
Yeah. Also, side note to the side note, when you are a new parent, listeners, if you are a new parent in the UK, you get given loads of pamphlets and just like books up the wazoo.
I didn't get the "Don't Throw Your Baby" pamphlet.
No, but what you see on almost every thing that you're sent by the NHS or what you're like the pamphlets is, whatever you do, don't shake your baby.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, how often does that happen for that to be on everything? I went to a toddler event to meet Bluey because that's my life now. Like last week.
Nice.
And in there was Toddler Life, and I was like, oh, I'll pick that up. They'll probably, like, it's a local magazine. There'll probably be like free opportunities and stuff in there. For me, not the baby.
Yeah.
And in there it was like, whatever you do, don't shake the baby. No matter how mad you get, don't shake the baby. It'll hurt their brain. I'm like, how common is this?
Yeah.
That it's on everything. And even, like, my initial thought when I'm frustrated is not to, like, rag them around like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But it must be. And I say to my wife all the time, like, is that, like, what is that psychologically that makes us want to, like shake them like a fizzy pop?
I mean, like, this is probably like a whole new, like, episode. It's just that idea of, like, urges. I think we'll probably talk about this in a bit more detail in another episode called Urges. Like, I'm just going to write that down.
Making a note, folks.
Yeah, urges. Because, like, that idea of, like, you do sometimes just have an urge of, like,
primal
I could
sense
totally just walk off that bridge. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's always that going on in the back of your mind, sort of thing.
Like, I understand the psychology of being frustrated and being like, ugh, but, like, I don't know anyone that would do it.
You're so careful not to do anything like that. I think, like, you go over. It's not like you want to do it. You just go over in your mind. It's just like, how would that go if I actually did that? Do you know what I mean?
Well, people must be doing it for it to be an advice, right? Because we don't police people's thoughts, do we?
Yeah.
We don't say, oh, don't think. I mean, I guess we do.
Don't think about shaking the
but
baby.
like, it wouldn't be in a pamphlet if people were just thinking it.
Yeah.
Because, like, most people are gonna have that kind of, like, oh, I'm so frustrated. I could just wheel him out on the pram and shut the door.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. A crow might get him.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, take it away.
That's it. Yeah, raised by crows. We don't need that. So
we don't need that. We don't need more crow people.
Yeah,
fucking crow people.
That's it. Absolutely. Kenkus.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the theme of this episode was?
Oh yes, it was night. It was sleep stuff. So night hags.
Yeah, you're going to talk about night hags specifically.
Yeah, and you've put a phrase here that I should rise above because I'm an adult.
Okay, please don't.
Witch riding.
Oh, hello.
So we spoke about the process of what a night hag is, right?
She put a spell on me.
It's a entity that enters into your room.
Yeah.
Usually sits on your chest. I explained that mine wasn't really, like, defined in the way of, like, the face. And
did she ride you?
But, like, yeah, I'm really fighting the urge to not make this sexual.
Yeah.
But the term hag-ridden has been used.
Okay. Is that where the Harry Potter name came from? Probably.
What, hag-ridden? Oh, Hagrid. I don't think there's a connection.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Maybe. Hey, JK, if you're listening.
She obviously is.
She obviously is. Hagridden, similar. So,
phone in.
Yeah, in many European countries, North American, and the kind of what we term as the West, right?
Yeah.
In modern society, the night hag or the old hag.
Yeah.
Is a classic figure invoked to explain sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, like, how it happens, but to explain it from a kind of non-scientific, explain it through a scientific lens, is, well, of course you can't move.
Yeah.
Because this sleep demon is sat on you.
Yeah. So you need to pray to God. You need to, do your Hail Marys.
Well, according to folklore, this is often a witch, demon, or ghost-like woman who visits sleepers, sits on their chest, and is suffocating them on the way or pressing them down, immobilising them.
Yeah.
Right? As I said, the term hag-ridden is used, and the mare in Nightmare is connected with the idea of the hag. So,
okay.
So a mare, hag, all the same kind of thing, and it brings into this idea of nightmare.
Yeah.
And we kind of went over that a little bit before.
Yeah, because it's an interesting little tidbit, isn't it? That idea of nightmare coming from this sleep paralysis thing.
What's even more interesting is, so we talked about, North American cultures having this. It goes back further.
Yeah.
To like Old English and Germanic roots as well. So we're talking really early Europe.
Yeah.
And it very much has been a prevalent part of kind of... I always think with these types of things, these legends about sleep that's passed down, it's like the ultimate campfire story, isn't it? And this has been passed down generation to generation. Obviously, culturally, people have been seeing the same things for a long time. So in Newfoundland, which is in like southern America, southern USA,
yeah,
they term it as old hag.
Yeah.
So instead of night hag, old hag. Among Anglo-Celtic populations, and in the Nordic and Scandinavian folklore, the story is that the figure comes at night, is an immovable weight, no matter how, because like my night hag, my night hag.
Yeah.
She ain't a big thing.
Petite.
I should be able to throw that hag off. Right?
Yeah.
Like, as a man, I should be able to move a little frail witch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I can't.
Yeah.
So it's this idea of like, it is a spell. It is like, gravity locking on itself. It's often accompanied by visions and a sense of being watched. And this idea that it's like ritualistic almost. In some versions, the hag is seen as a cursed woman.
Yeah.
Or someone who in life had misdeeds. So she a harlot.
Yeah.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Yeah.
But she ain't messing with no. That's okay. We'll leave that. or sometimes just I told you we'd do Lally. Or simply just a malevolent spirit that's attached to a person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The
ordeal is often solitary, silent, and terrifying. So it's all about the individual that's going through it. You're not having a dream where a night hag sat on you and then suddenly people are like, "Oh, let's get the night hag off." It's a very solitary experience.
Yeah.
So psychologically, in Western traditions, this often emphasizes internal moral guilt, sin, or supernatural punishment. So I don't know why I'm having these.
Yeah.
I'm a good Christian boy.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Also, in Western Christianity, there is a tradition of spirit assault at night.
Tom, I know what it is. When you get to heaven, when you get to the pearly gates, Peter's going to be there, and he's going to let you know.
Peter?
Yeah, Peter.
Who's Peter?
Who the fuck is Peter? Good Christian boy would know who Peter is. But anyway.
We've established I've been an atheist since I was like 7.
Yeah, St. Peter's the guy that lets you in.
See, if you said St. Peter, that would make more sense.
Right.
Not just Peter.
I know him first name basis, mate. First name basis.
Okay.
He will probably tell you that, all those like people in games that you've been killing, every single one of them had a soul.
Oh, mate, that would absolutely crush me.
Yeah.
I've killed millions.
You're like the worst.
That's genocide.
You're the worst murderer of all time.
I play RPGs, mate.
Absolutely.
You play Dynasty Warriors. You are gone. You are gone.
I just run away. I just run away from the fighting.
Yeah. Oh no! I'm gonna take my big pole arm and stick it in the ground.
That's it. Yeah.
Which is not a euphemism, folks. Before you get all funny ideas.
That's fine.
So we've covered things like the succubuses and things that are lustful creatures that visit you at night. We talked about mermaids and selkies.
Yeah.
Are
they all attached to this whole idea of like nightmares and night hags? Are people getting visited by
it's all kind of interwoven,
fish?
right? Because sirens, for instance, they can sing you to sleep.
Okay.
And then you're in a state of paralysis. So I feel like there's lots of stuff in the same sort of box.
I think I'd enjoy being sung to sleep and then rogered by a succubus.
Rogered?
Rogered, yeah.
You think they're sucking you off?
I mean,
is that seriously what you think the succubus is doing?
I mean, like, it's clearly in the name. Suck you, bust.
Bust. No, there's no T. There's no T. You just wake up with a big pair of tits in your face. I think a lot of people would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to this idea of nightmare then, because there's lots of like things that kind of go into it.
Yeah.
So the etymology, I can never say that word. The etymology,
Almost there.
yeah.
Etymology.
Etymology breaks down into mare from the Germanic word maren, meaning incubus, nightmare. And it's heavily related to this idea of a heavy oppressing spirit.
Right.
So again, the idea of weight, the idea of spirits, something weighing heavy on your soul. Hence why you have a nightmare.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Thanks, Germans.
Often, what's that?
Said thank you, Germans.
Oh, cheers, Germans. Don't always get to say that, do you? So I don't know why I said that.
That race of people never put a foot wrong.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Just like the Japanese.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That we'll talk about next.
How funny, right? That there's just loads of cultures that are like, oh, they're cool, and then you dig back 100 years. Oh, let's not talk about that. Fucking hell.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of shit going on.
So often, people in the kind of the Western culture, practice, and you kind of brung this up, reciting prayers, crossing themselves, holy water before bed.
I mean,
sleeping
at some point in time, like psychology, medicine, everything was all just lumbled together, as in, do some prayer, and we're going to let some blood tonight. Is that right? It's a bit of bloodletting.
If you were a man of faith, you were a man of science at one point. Like they were two sort of.
Yeah,
things.
No such thing as science, pretty much.
Yeah,
it was just all bloodletting and prayer.
Just drills and blood, drills and blood, which is my upcoming album coming out next.
Tom's got a drill rap album coming out.
Drills and blood.
Yeah,
brat. Right, and like most of the topics that we talk about, there's always some artistic representations of these. Most famously, The Nightmare by Fuseli in 1781 depicts a demon woman sitting on a woman's chest.
Yeah, this is the one I always think about as well.
That's the one that always gets put up on YouTube videos.
It's probably on Wikipedia right now.
Yeah. Like you constantly see it when everyone's like, so I'm going to take you into the history of the night hag.
Yeah.
Settle down, folks. This is Nightmare YouTube. And then that's the picture they use, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that exists. That, by the way, was not an actual professional YouTuber you were watching. That was me, folks.
Listening to, but sure. We get it.
Yeah. And that's kind of like, I want to banish her now.
You want to banish her?
I want to tell her to fuck off.
Well, you were fine with her before, but now you knew.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, hag. As interesting as that is, there's some really interesting stuff that other cultures have interpreted this as.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to touch base before we run out of time today.
Absolutely.
With some other interpretations.
So we're gonna visit East Asia now, because it's always an interesting cultural
get in the
leap.
plane.
In our minds, Tom. In our minds. Okay. We're going to look at the East Asian Kanashibari and other sleep paralysis spirits as well. So, in Japan, the most well-known interpretation of sleep paralysis is the Kanashibari, which basically means bound in metal. Yeah? The word itself once referred to magical spells used by monks to immobilize opponents. Yeah? Sleep paralysis!
I love that.
Yeah, that'd
that's
be awesome.
An anime waiting to happen, isn't
it? Yeah. I mean, like, it's cool, the idea of, like, monks just, like, knocking around doing sort of, like, pretend spells on each other. And it's like, I cuss you! I cuss you!
Like, it feels a bit Playground, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, a bit, yeah. But over time, it became linked to the sensation of waking up unable to move, and with the oppressive force on the chest and everything like that. So in Japanese folklore, Kanashibari is sometimes attributed to vengeful spirits, yurei, which are restless ghosts who invade the sleeper's room. Accounts often describe the presence of shadowy figures or a crushing sensation, as we've mentioned, a feeling of otherworldly presence in your room. And also there's a connection of fox spirits, kitsune, or mountain goblins, tengu, who delight in tormenting humans. Now, we at least covered tengu in our previous episodes on yokai. Now, in China, there is a similar phenomenon, and it's described as the Juyaishang, which is literally ghost pressing on the bed. Very similar to the Western ideas there, yeah? So a ghost or a demon sitting on the chest of the sleeper. There's varying cultural understandings of this. So in a Taoist tradition, it could be explained as an imbalance of energies of yin forces overtaking yang during vulnerable states of rest. And in popular superstition, it was thought to result from neglected ancestral spirits or wandering ghosts, particularly during Hungry Ghost Month.
What is Hungry Ghost Month?
I can imagine Hungry Ghost Month pretty much just being the same as, like, you know, the Day of the Dead celebrations in Mexico or Halloween in Western stuff. It's just like everyone's got to have like a spooky month.
Hungry Ghost Month.
What are you meant to do?
It's Hungry Ghost Month.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, technically, aren't we doing a Hungry Ghost thing? Like, but we'd like got a sweet tooth, so we're like, leave some food out for the ghosts, or they're gonna trick you. Yeah. Take your baby,
because that's what the
that
ghost
need.
Is
gonna
little
shake
bit
your
of
baby.
candy. Yeah, shake, 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 shake,
shake your baby, shake your baby. No, don't people,
do that.
Don't do that.
All
right.
There's lots of pamphlets to say that you shouldn't do that.
Absolutely, do not shake your baby. You heard it here first, and
because we are a medical podcast now.
We are medical practitioners. Okay, and Tom is going to now check my prostate live on air.
Doctor, don't shake your baby over here.
Okay, get your finger in. Yep.
Oh, can we just move on?
I'm trying to do the popping sound.
No, I'm aware of what you're trying to do. Unlike them, I have to see you do all of this.
Absolutely. So I've pulled my trousers down at this point. I've spread them.
No, he hasn't.
I haven't done that. Okay, so in Korea, the Koreans have the gawi nulim, which also literally translates as being pressed by scissors. Interesting.
Scissors.
So, like its Japanese and Chinese counterparts, the experience is framed as both spiritual and a physical oppression, yeah? Sometimes tied to restless ancestors or malicious spirits of the dead. Now, we've talked about my restless ancestor dreams that I've been having. That's one that I've had vividly. So maybe I'm part Korean. Who knows? So in all three of these cultures, the pressing is the central motif there, yeah? The immobility of sleep paralysis interpreted not as neurological misfiring, but as evidence of contact with spirits. Yep. Obviously, modern explanations now point to REM sleep atonia combined with hallucinations, yeah? But, you know, it has permeated Asian culture, horror films, manga, urban legends, and things like that keep the things alive. So in Japanese Buddhist law, monks performed rituals of Kanashibari no jutsu, magical immobilization spells, which may have influenced how the phenomenon got its name. And that's really cool. Like, that is something that we really need to make a note of, is that idea of Buddhist monks. Wouldn't that make a fantastic episode?
Well, Buddhist monks.
Buddhist monks.
I'm game with your game.
Just alone. Buddhist monks alone.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the amount of shit they got up to? Fucking
What,
strange shit.
Are we going to just timeline it? The first Buddhist monk. And then go all the way up to, like, 2025 Buddhist monk.
We are absolutely going to probably give people about 3 facts about Buddhist monks before just going off on tangents about shaking babies and prostates and all sorts of other things.
We don't have to do the prostate tangent.
The prostate tangent is the name of this episode. Moving on. Just make a note of that.
No. If you see that as the name of the episode, this might be the last one I'm on, guys.
This is not one to show your mum.
Yeah.
Part 15.
Yeah, exactly.
The Gu Ya Sheng, as I mentioned, is so common in China that it appears in idioms and colloquial speak. So with many people casually attributing sleep paralysis to a ghost. Oh, there was a ghost pressuring me last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my back all the time, like my fucking wife. Am I right?
Like his wife,
Yeah.
like his boss.
Yeah.
Like the sleep paralysis demon at night.
Nobody gives him a break.
Jesus Christ.
That'd be a good like comedy skit, wouldn't it? Like you go to sleep and you're just so fucking stressed out, even your sleep paralysis because you know what, have a night off. Like it's all right. I'm
He's
good.
a Kit Kat.
I can see you having a rough one.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Don't
it.
worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
But the thing is, though, what we don't realise is the amount of pressure that the sleep paralysis demon is under. Okay, because like they're saying, look, take a time off.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow, and then his boss is on his back,
Yeah.
and then he gets
And I
the
imagine his
sack.
boss is an even bigger demon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He then gets the sack from his cushy job, like being a
Sitting on
sleep
people.
paralysis demon, and then his wife's on his back.
I love how like
He's got little sleep paralysis demons to
Yeah.
feed.
I
as
love
well.
how you've gendered the hag as a guy.
bloke. I have not, mate. I have not. He's
just
in a
just
lesbian
guy,
tryst. He's in a lesbian tryst.
Just a guy
No, he's
struggling
not a
with
guy.
life.
I never
You
said that.
you said he.
That's what they're
Multiple
deciding
times.
to go by. I'm just going to leave
Getting
it.
a WhatsApp call. I'm ignoring the WhatsApp call.
Fantastic. Well, I'm moving on from
Yeah.
this idea of misgendering and things like that.
Yeah.
Nobody tell J.K. Rowling that I ever misgendered anyone. She might start listening. Anyway, moving on. So then there's like pop culture references. So I just want to mention a couple. The idea of sleep paralysis and those sort of ghosts and stuff like that can be found in Ju-on or the Grudge series and also the Ring series as well. They draw on Kanashibari imagery. Yeah, and that's something that we all kind of like have collectively, and it's quite strange, isn't it? That alone is the idea that we talked about how culture can be different and people can see things differently and everything like that, but everyone sees a night hag.
Yeah.
Very strange.
It is odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
But is it because that culture is so powerful?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I mean, like, what other explanation is there that these things actually exist?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We're not here to answer life's big questions because we're just some dum-dums giving you facts.
Yeah, absolutely. Or even
I'm actually
ask those
pointing at him,
questions.
and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm pointing at you.
So we've got a few more moments. Shall we just have a quick look at African culture?
If you want,
Might as well just get into it. Yeah. In southwest Nigeria, among the Yoruba people, there are stories of Ogun Oru. Often include accounts where someone wakes up feeling something pressing on them, seeing a figure, sometimes sexual assault or intrusion. Hello. That's a new one. And sometimes hearing voices. Yeah. The belief in a spiritual spouse, as in a supernatural being married in the spiritual realm, competing with the earthly spouse, features in some stories. That's an interesting one.
That's weird, isn't it? Because like even in their nightmares, they have to be the dominant one. Like you all want me, ladies.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm so popular and attractive that I've got a spiritual wife as well as a normal earthly wife.
And you earthly wife, you better do your washing up, otherwise the spirits. I'm gonna go off with the spirit wife.
Yeah. In Zanzibar and Pemba in Tanzania, the Pobobawa panics occurred in the mid-1990s. So there was a fear spread that a spirit would assault people at night. Yeah, some people reported being visited by Pobobawa, staying awake in groups, performing protective rituals, etc. And the reports differ widely in detail, but share the same themes of the shadow, the pressure, the sexual violation and threat.
In the 90s, that's
Yeah.
not that far. That's within our lifetimes.
And in Ethiopia, the Dukak experiences are sometimes linked with the withdrawal from cat chewing or substance use. Yeah, or believe that when someone's morality or spiritual impurity is suspected, they may be more vulnerable. Yeah, again, we've got those similar things going on there. But they're just at this point in time, it's a cultural thing. They're just trying to find a way to explain it. Maybe it's your sleep hag wife that you married. Were you asleep? I guess when you married her,
and she's sitting on my chest because I've ignored her. She's like, "Do you remember we got married and then you mugged me off?"
See, that opens a lot of questions, doesn't it? It's that
Yeah,
idea
yes, it does.
Just the idea of having like an earthly spouse and a supernatural.
Where do you meet the supernatural spouse? Do you have like a little sexy dream once? That's the one.
Yeah, when we do an episode on marriage, we'll probably have a look at that again because that is fascinating.
Yeah.
I would love to go into that. In Zimbabwe, among the Shona people, the term madzikiria describes something pressing the person down during sleep. It's often an evil spirit involved. Elders may perform rituals, use charms, or advise sleeping positions, or invoke ancestral spirits to help out. Yeah? So, yeah. Africa. They like to get a bit frisky with their sleep demons. That's the difference I can see there.
That's the one thing you took from that.
That's the one thing that's actually different in the whole cultural malaise there. Yeah.
Good to know.
So, we've just got a little bit more time. God, give us another fact about sleep demons. Let's keep the train going. Choo choo.
I will start with the Middle East.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we'll get time to do a lot of this.
Yeah.
How long we got? Well, what's the ticking clock?
We've been going for 45 minutes, so we've got another 10 minutes at least.
So, there's loads of different interpretations.
Yeah.
In Middle Eastern culture, and South Asian. Obviously, it's a very big area. So like China and Japan and the East Asia.
The last couple of episodes, we looked at like Sumerian myth and things like that, and it's all within that area, isn't it?
So, particularly looking at like the Muslim community.
Yeah.
So you've got Djinns, Ifrits, Jathums, Baktas.
Yeah.
And lots of other kind of spirits.
Yeah.
Across the Middle East, South Asia, Central Asia, and they're essentially demons or spiritual beings.
Yeah.
Okay. A Jathum, which is Arabic, means something which sits heavily.
Yeah.
Or the one that presses.
Yeah.
And interestingly, they specify the one that presses on something, not someone.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah.
So, if I'm interpreting this, then potentially it's not always people.
Yeah. It could be that block of cheese in your fridge.
Yeah. So a Jathum, a spirit, yeah. not going to do the chest tonight. There's some cheddar in there.
Yeah.
So a spirit might be believed to be sitting on the chest, choking or suffocating the person. So this is, a Jathum is very violent. A Baktak is a ghost-like creature doing similar pressing and paralysis, and there doesn't seem to be much difference. In Pakistan, the belief in jinns, so not like the jinns.
They're kind of like demons, genies, sort of thing.
Yeah,
you've got that jinn.
They change depending on their like what they're doing essentially.
Yeah, what their task is.
Yeah,
what their job is.
It's essentially a demon that can take over one's body.
Yeah.
Using black magic and other things. This is a popular explanation for kind of having sleep paralysis. But as you said, the jinns can also be genies. They can grant wishes, and the wishes usually have some pretty severe consequences.
Yeah,
there's lots of kind of
like a
modern interpretation
sort
of
thing.
that.
Yeah.
There's a whole guy whose whole thing on YouTube is to do skits about the jinns like trying to beat a genie.
Yeah, okay.
And trying to do a wish that won't backfire.
Yeah.
And that's every video, and he's always like, they're quite funny to be fair. So to try and ward off a jinn, because they're creatures, powerful creatures of black magic, people may use amulets called tawiz. It's Tawiz. Incantations, prayers, protection rituals before sleep, the usual stuff, right? Cultural practices in Islam recant certain verses. So the Ayatul Kursi is used, and then they put somebody on their right side to sleep. Yeah. Specifically the right side.
Yeah, that often ends up being the general sort of advice for a lot of these sort of ancient practitioners is like, be aware of what side of the bed you're sleeping on. So you have to sleep on your right side.
Sleeping on the right side.
I always find it a little bit easier to sleep on my left side, but I found now that I have to keep switching. And for God knows what reason, these days, I guess because my sleeping is just lighter now, I struggle to actually get back to sleep now because I can feel my heartbeat vibrating on the pillow if I'm on my right side.
Oh, wow.
So that's just really fucking annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a dripping tap.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
The next stage of that process is also to remember Allah before sleep. Mm-hmm. To recite his name, remember him, so he can protect you during that process.
Yeah.
The belief in the jinns, though, predates Islam.
Yeah.
Pre-Islamic Arabian culture had beliefs in spirits that afflicted sleep, so Allah was not part of the original process of that, hence the amulets and everything else. In South Asia, there are variants called churales, which are female spirits.
Yeah.
And they usually feature in folklore, as opposed to written into their religion and their mythos. They do overlap with stories of ghostly women and spectral presences, though, just like they do in the West and the East. There are some psychological overlaps, just like when we discussed the Western, with the idea of guilt, shame, religious anxiety, that can amplify this idea of being visited by a kind of evil, anti-religious ghost.
Anti-religious ghost.
Yeah, it's just the best way. Like, they're demons, aren't they? They're vying for the other side.
So they're atheists.
Well, they're just like, fuck your God.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. It'd be a bit odd if they were atheists. There's no God.
Yeah, be a bit odd if they were just like, yeah, I like him, he's alright, yeah. Just working against him, but I like him.
Are there any, like, religious ghosts? Forget it. What a silly thing to ask.
They're just all, like, in their little garb, like, this is my religion.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Studies show many in Egypt, for example, interpret sleep paralysis as jinn attacks.
Yeah.
A high percentage believe the supernatural cause as opposed to the newfound scientific evidence of Ariamatonia.
Yeah. And what do you believe in?
I believe in being able to get a good night's sleep.
Do you believe in science?
Yeah, of course.
So, what if there was a scientist ghost? Would you believe in him?
Well, how
Mr. Science Man.
How would he? This just reminded me of a conversation I had with a colleague who said that I believe in space magic because I believe in the Big Bang.
Space magic.
It doesn't even make sense to me, but
yeah. Was he God-fearing?
Was he God-fearing? I mean, you know him.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fair enough. So possibly. Yeah. Okay, so. What do you think we should be talking about next week? So I did briefly mention that we're going to be jumping into something real spooky and Halloween.
There's a few things still on this topic, and I think it might you know, be worthwhile spending half an hour as well, just reflecting on all of the stuff that we've done.
Yeah.
In terms of the sleep.
Yeah. I don't want to, mate. I want to move on. I think we've talked about sleep so much now.
Why are you even asking my opinion then? Let's just go to urges, baby.
No, we're not going to go to urges. We're going to go into, as I mentioned, something scary. Ooh.
Yeah. Let's do an All Hallows episode.
An All Hallows episode. Might not necessarily do it about Halloween itself, because I think that's a bit too on the nose when it comes to
paganism is interesting.
Yeah, it is. But like, I really don't want to like get into a habit of like when it comes to Christmas doing a Christmas episode.
Now we're doing
Do you know what I mean?
The mythical things of snowmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to do it. Because like everyone would be oversaturated with that.
We're not doing it, all right? Stop asking
yeah.
us.
We'll
blowing up our phones.
We'll do it in January when you definitely want to hear all about Christmas. Yeah. Okay, so check in next week for a very spooky episode of Two Strange Men.
That's right. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.